Now, it's time to begin our session. And with this, I would love to call someone who loves speaking, who loves talking to people. And if you will talk to him, you will talk endlessly. He loves debating, he loves cricket, he loves movies if he had a great company. And he's also currently pursuing MBBS and he is in the final year. He is none other than the VP Ed of North Kolkata Toastmasters Club. Can we help me welcome Toastmaster Ronak Agarwal as the TMOD and the TTM for the meet.
And now let's begin the table topic session in like now, everyone, whoever wants to volunteer or Toastmaster in the beginning, please write your names in the chat box or just write me. It'll fine. I can see the names. Chat box. Okay, Toastmaster Surya has volunteered. So Toastmaster Surya, well, you can unmute yourself right now.
Hi, Toastmaster Ronak.
Hi, Toastmaster Surya. So the Toastmaster Surya, a man's worst fear is his wife with his credit card. A man's worst fear is his wife with his credit card, Toastmaster Surya.
Well, now that you have listed my true fear, good evening, everyone. So having a credit card is a big privilege and also a big responsibility. As all of you can understand, you have to pay your bills at the end of the day. And if you don't have a limit on it, you will be in a very big debt trap like the United States of America, which is a debt economy. If you give your credit card to your wife, you can imagine that she might go on a shopping spree or she might not. But that is a risk one has to take, especially if you are planning to go somewhere and she is angry with you. So you might have to risk giving your credit card for a day to her so that she wouldn't throw tantrums at you. Apart from that, it is always better if you explain your better half the do's and don'ts of credit cards so that she doesn't end up in trouble, and the credit card charges as well, so that you know you don't overspend. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Ronak, for giving me
Thank
this
you,
opportunity.
Toastmaster Surya, for that wonderful take. I mean, I don't have a wife, but I can understand why the credit card is very dangerous in this matter because let's not go into that question. So thank you so much for that topic and a lovely take on the topic, Toastmaster Surya. Means I could understand where you're coming from exactly. I won't go further into that. This is too much complicated. Okay, anyways, next volunteer, please. Does anyone want to volunteer? Okay, Mubin has volunteered. So Toastmaster Mubin, you may unmute yourself.
Yes.
Toastmaster Mubin, to woo a girl, you need to woo her best friend. To woo a girl, you need to woo her best friend, Toastmaster Mubin.
Correct. So that probably is the way our table topic master might have used in order to woo her girl. But I would tend to differ in this regard. There is no need for you to go the indirect long route, by wooing someone's best friend and then through them getting to know the actual person whom you'd want to eventually, propose or whatever. I would, rather have you go directly to them, woo them, just strike up a conversation, meet up, if it's an online thing, then maybe for a couple of weeks, you keep it online, then you move it offline. There is no such rule as in, you should go through this way or that way. I guess it all depends at the end. Firstly, how big your network is, correct? Of course, a bigger network helps you to interact and get to know more people. That is there. The second, how well, I wouldn't call it, it would be bad to call that phrase, but I'd say how much experience you have in that regards. For the first time, you might want to go through that route and, woo the girl through his or her, or rather, if you're a girl, for you, a man, best friend or sorts. But then eventually, I would prefer going directly. That is my opinion. Thank you for the topic, and over to you. Let's see what's our table topics master's response to my take.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mubin. Can we have a round of applause for Toastmaster? That was, I don't know, you put it on me, which you basically made me a part of your speech. Trust me, this is what I've heard. Now, I don't know how much of it is true, that when you text a girl, it goes to a group, her friend circle decides the text, and it comes back to you. So I don't know how much of it is true, okay, but this is what I've heard, okay. So no cross arguments, please, right now. I can see Toastmaster Srishti saying, no, that doesn't. I when you're hit, okay, fine. I won't go deep into this, but like I can understand you wanting to be direct, going to her and speaking to her and everything. Well, trust me, I like, not from my experience, but usually that is something which is most feared, which is known as friends. Okay, so let's. Okay, so I won't go further into this. So now, may I have a guest volunteer, please? Guest Monal, Javed, Maharshi, anyone? Would you like to volunteer? Any guest volunteers for this table topic session? Okay, Mohammed Javed. Okay, you can unmute and put on your video. Okay, I can see. Okay, you can unmute yourself. Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Sir, could you introduce yourself and then we'll give you the topic?
Yeah, thank you so much. And sorry, I was not able to introduce myself. So I am Mohammed Javed Hussain. I'm from Kolkata. I have done my MBA from IMT Nagpur in the year 2019. And since I've been working as a product manager at ICICI Bank, but right now I'm working in Axis Bank as a product manager. And the reason I am here, because I wanted to work on my communication skills. So that's why I joined the Toastmaster Club as a guest.
Sir, how did you get to know about Toastmasters? Could you say that as well?
Actually, I knew about this, but I had not ever tried to join the club. So that's why I thought it is the right time to join this club and to work on my communication skills and to nurture my communication skills.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for the introduction. Now I'll give you a topic. It's a very simple topic. A friend, guest Mohammed Javed, a friend in need is a friend indeed. A friend in need is a friend in need. Guest Mohammed Javed. You can start.
Friend is a...
A friend in need is a friend indeed.
Yeah, actually, a friend is... Can you change the topic?
Yes, sir, sure. There's no issue, sir. Okay. First impression is not the last impression. First impression is not the last impression. Guest Javed.
So, as the topic suggests, the first impression is not the last impression. Of course, I agree with this topic because whenever we meet with someone, we will never able to judge someone on his first impression, because there are certain times when we meet with someone's or we go to somewhere, we're not able to give our best or we're not able to present ourselves whatever we are. So we take time to understand the place. We take time to understand what is the scenarios and how to react. So in that case, I like to say that it is very certain and it is very common that we will not able to understand the place also. So that's why it is saying that a person is giving his first impression is his or her last impression. So obviously we need to take time, we need to understand, and we also need to work, and we also need to meet with the new peoples. Let's say, for example, if I am working, I am attending these sessions, so it is my first impression. So maybe I make some mistakes or I take time to understand how Toastmaster works. So on that basis, you can't judge me on, on my first impression, because I need to take some time. I need to understand Toastmasters. So after 2 or 3 sessions, I will give my best performance. So that is my take. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that take on that topic. First impression is definitely not the last impression, sir, but you had a great first impression today. Like, it takes courage for a guest to come to the stage and speak. So kudos to you on that. And so, like, first impression is not the last impression, but first impression is often a lasting impression. Trust me, your lasting impression was awesome. Okay. So thank you so much for that topic. Now, does any other person? Okay, I see Ishika raising her hand. Okay. Thank you, sir. Ishika, you want to volunteer?
Yes, sure, but can you just give me a second? Just a second. Yeah,
yes, sure. I'll give you the topic now.
Perfect, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is Toastmaster Ishika. Life with, one second, just give me a second. A price tag, Toastmaster Ishika. A price tag is only for those who can't see its worth. A price tag is only for those who can't see its worth. Toastmaster Ishika.
Well, have this ever happened to you, that you went out shopping with your friends, family, and seen a very beautiful product, be it a clothing that you want, a new gadget, or anything that you ever wanted to have with yourself, and loved it, and then instantly saw its price tag and realized that maybe it's not worth it? Well, welcome to the other side. Hello, everyone. I'm Toastmaster Ishika Agarwal. To be really honest, Table Topic Master, I'm not quite sure I agree with the topic. I think a price tag is not just for somebody who cannot see its worth. A price tag is what tells you whether the product is worthy enough or not. A very personal example, maybe a shallow one, would be recently I went out to purchase a product which was very, very crucial to me. I needed it since a long time. And given that I was not being able to visit the market regularly, it was becoming very difficult to find that and get it. And I found it, something that fit my expectations perfectly well. But when I saw the price tag, I realized that maybe it was not worth the kind of output it was giving me. After all, the price you're ready to pay is justified only when the worth you're getting out of the product is more than that. Is it not true? So that is the reason I left it. Do I regret it? Sometimes, yes, but I did find a better alternative within the next few days and was happy I did not spend my hard-earned money on those things. Well, it's not just for products, is it? It's also for the person. There are a lot of times when you see people who are so highly praised, who are so famous, who are doing so well in the field they are, you just admire them and just want to be like them. But when you start interacting with them, you realize that they are not what they seem they are, and they're something different. There might be cases when you find a person to be insulting, to be very demanding. So should you reduce your worth to accept that worth? I don't think so. Price tag is useful to understand whether the product or the person for that matter is worthy enough. What do you think, Table Topic Master?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ishika. Can we have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Ishika? This is the perfect example of what I was talking in the beginning, going against the topic and then justifying why you're going against the topic by giving personal examples. That was a great take to explain the topic and going against the topic. And I will say why this is why we see veteran Toastmasters taking up this. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ishika. Now, may I have a guest volunteer? Does any other guest want to volunteer? Monal, Maharshi? I can't see. Monal, would you like to come to the stage? Okay, let's move on. I think there's some network issue. Okay, so any Toastmaster who wants to speak on a topic? Write in the chat box, or you can even raise your hand. Now I can see everyone. So, our counter Toastmaster Saurav. Okay. Toastmaster Saurav. If a door closes, get in through the window. If a door closes, get in through the window, Toastmaster Saurav.
When I joined my organization first in 2014, I was posted in the control room. And during that time, I thought that, no, this is not my job, what I want to. I may study what I want to, and then I can crack some exam and I can move where I want to go. Then I later on found out that no, this is not the option. Like if I am posted in the control room, if I think I can't do that, but I can do even after being in the control room. I am working here day and night. When I'm working, nobody's here. I can devote my office time as well in the study rather than studying in the home. Like that will be supplementary thing. And by this way, I thought that although the main thing, what I thought, like in the daytime, I will work, in the nighttime, I will study, and I can have a good work-life balance. But although that was closed, and I found out the option that even being in the control room, I can do the study. Not only this work life, in personal life as well, even for general purpose, if I have to tell, if you love someone and if you find out that no, that lovable person is, that love is not getting reciprocated, don't break yourself or don't give down your morals. Don't down your morals. You will see that you will find someone who is better than that, or who with whom your perception, your expectation, everything matches. So even though door is closed, remember their window is always open. You have the access, you have that access, and you can do the best with that way as well. Thank you. Back to Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much for that wonderful speech. Maybe I have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Saurav. Now, Toastmaster Saurav said how we should not compromise and how we should not lower our morals and everything. That is a very good take, Toastmaster Saurav, that you said that we will find someone who will definitely understand ourselves, understand us and everything. So thank you so much for that speech. And it's great that you are becoming a Toastmaster today, right? Like this is your first meeting and you are speaking on table topics and taking up roles. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Saurav. Maybe I use round of applause once more for Toastmasters. Now maybe I have a next guest. Monal is here. You can unmute yourself. Yeah, you're here. Okay. Guest Monal. Just give me a second. Monal, you have been a Toastmaster before, right?
No, a guest.
Oh. Okay, no, like previously you were a Toastmaster, now you're a guest, correct?
No, both the times I was a guest.
Okay, fine, thank you. Okay. Guest Monal, money cannot give you happiness. Money cannot give you happiness. Guest Monal.
Thank you so much for the lovely topic. Money truly cannot give happiness. Everything we cannot buy with money. We cannot buy love. We cannot buy peace out of money. Though the chair or the place that we are sitting right now can give us comfort, but it cannot, sitting on the same place, we can, if we have a bad news, if we get to know about some climate hazard or any of the thing or a war news, we will be shocked, we will be shattered. So I would say money cannot give us happiness. Though to some extent money is important, no doubt, but still, it's not all. We want much more than that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guest Monal. That was a wonderful take on that. That was a wonderful take on that topic. And it's great to have guests speak in a Toastmasters meeting because this session is the only session which gives you an opportunity to speak and present your views. So I hope we can see you as a member soon because the way you speak, trust me, many Toastmasters will be inspired and will definitely understand why money definitely does not give you happiness, but take it from me, Toastmasters does give you a little bit of happiness. Okay. So now may I have a Toastmaster? Does anyone want to volunteer? Shrishti, okay. Shrishti, you've created a backup? Okay, fine. Toastmaster Shrishti. You can unmute yourself now. Okay. Toastmaster Shrishti. Clear the mystery. What does a woman want in a man except chemistry? Clear the mystery. What does a woman want in a man except chemistry? Toastmaster Shrishti.
So that's a really complicated topic. What does a woman wants in a man rather than chemistry? We as a woman, whoever is in the meeting, I guess we all will agree with this, that we as a woman want respect. The first comes respect. The second comes love. Love maybe it can take the third place. Second comes the, wait. Second comes the, what's that word? I'm not getting that word, that proper sentence, that word. But apart from that, we women really we want respect from the other gender. But in the same way, I'm so sorry, I'm not able to speak on this topic. Back to you, table topic master.
Oh, thank you, Toastmaster Shrishti. I can understand the topic got a bit complicated. The actual topic, I just clear it out just a little. Clear the mystery. What does a woman want in a man except chemistry? I'll repeat it for the audience also so that it's clear. Clear the mystery. What does a woman want in a man except chemistry? Okay. I think this got confusing because of your name, which got rhymed, which wasn't planned. Trust me, I realized it later that Toastmaster Shrishti rhymes with chemistry and mystery, but still, okay. Well tried. I can understand you got a little confused, but Toastmaster Shrishti, just a suggestion from my side. Usually, when you get a little confused, right, continue. You are not getting that phrase, no issues. Continue on the speaking on the topic. Because I told you in the beginning that nobody knows what you're about to speak. Just keep on speaking on, like you said, love was the second one. Just keep on speaking, no issues. But well tried. Thank you so much for trying. I can understand the topic got a bit complicated, but thank you so much, Toastmaster. Maybe have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Shrishti. Now, okay, I can see Siddharth raising his hand and applauding. I don't know how he does it both together, but okay, Toastmaster Siddharth. Where there is a Toastmaster Siddharth, where there is a will, there are relatives. Where there is a will, there are relatives. Toastmaster Siddharth.
It was the scorching heat of 2019. I remember my class 12 exams had just got over. It was the month of May, and I had just relieved from my class 12 examinations. When your class 12 examinations are over, you feel that you are on top of the world. You feel that you have conquered Mount Everest and there's nothing left to be conquered. I was quite confident that I'll be getting at least 100% in all the subjects and I'll be topping the state. Forget about India level. And all the colleges in India will call me that, Siddharth, please bless us with your presence in our college. But sadly, when June happened, it did not June as June's. And sadly, I did not get marks which I had been hoping for. And because of that, I did not get colleges which I had been hoping for. Also, my marks were little less in mathematics. Because of that, I had to leave my dream college, which was Shri Ram College of Commerce, and I was not able to apply in that because I got less marks than the cutoff. Apart from that, always my relatives started calling me that, Siddharth, since you have taken BCom, you must be pursuing CA, right? And I said, no, I will not be pursuing CS. That Siddharth, you must be pursuing BCom. Means you are pursuing BCom, so you'll be taking CA or CS or something of the other. Then finally I had to say, in order to keep them quiet, that I'll be pursuing MBA. So said that MBA means Mahapekar Admi? No, not that Mahapekar Admi. MBA means Master of Business Administration. And it was then, and then another half an hour for me to explain them that MBA is basically a manager of a particular specialization like finance, HR, and marketing. So wherever, no matter, and now my class 12 means my graduation exams are over. It's just been a few weeks. Lately, I have not been active in Toastmasters. That was the reason. Okay, nothing else. Toastmasters love is eternal. And now also means my relatives are always questioning my will that Siddharth, you have taken BCom. You must be in some CA firm. You must be in some CS firm. I said, no, Baba, no. So the MBA said, no longer Mahapekar Admi. I just want to live a quiet life away from you all. Isn't what that you think, table topic master? Relatives are always the kebab mein haddi.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters, Siddharth, for that topic. I don't know, my relatives are a little less kebab mein haddi because I already took what they wanted. So I am cool with it. Like I'm pursuing MBBS, so they were cool with it. So I didn't have that much problem. But I can understand the Mahapekar Admi problem. That happens to all of us. But great take on the topic, connecting relatives with will and everything. Now, unfortunately, you cannot get your desired college, but trust me, you're a Toastmaster, so it's lovely to have you here. So you will get your desired dream, I hope. But thank you so much for this take. Maybe have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Siddharth. Now our next volunteer. Do I need to choose, or will guest Toastmaster Maharshi? Guest Maharshi, are you there? Hello? Guest Maharshi, can you put on your video if it's possible? Okay, there's some network issue. I can't see him. Okay, fine. Okay, then Toastmaster, does anyone want to volunteer? Other than those who have already spoken, of course. Sneha, Dibendu, now role players can volunteer. So, Sneha or Dibendu, anyone wants to volunteer, you can raise your hands. I can see you. Do you want to volunteer? I'll have to choose. You realize that Table Topic Master has the power that they can call anybody to the stage. Like I am the sole authority. Sure. So if you don't volunteer, I'll choose someone. So 10 seconds. 9, 8. Okay, fine. I can't wait for so long. Dibendu, please come to the stage. Like unmute yourself. Dibendu, are you ready?
Yeah.
Sweat and Toastmaster Dibendu. Sweat and tears don't count. Only victory does. Sweat and tears don't count. Only victory does. Toastmaster Dibendu.
I have read this quote in the book Think and Grow Rich, which says, nothing is easy, nothing is free. Okay. So if we want something in our life, we have to work on that. And our body and mind are not designed to, to take pain. So we must work on this. So this does not. Yeah, this is pretty much it. Thank you.
No issues, no issues. Well tried attempt. I can understand table topics is a bit fearing for everyone. I'll give you a little suggestion. Just relax, okay? Means just try to speak about the topic a little bit. Like in this case, you could have spoken a little bit about a little bit more. Like I can understand it's a bit scary. but you can try. I mean, just go on speaking, because unless you try to speak, you will never be able to speak well. But you a very well attempt made, and I know I put you on the stage, but that is the right of a table topic master, that they can call anyone to the podium. So a well attempted speech. Can you have a huge round of applause for Devendra for at least attempting a speech, please? Now let me go for Toastmasters Neha. Now Toastmasters Neha.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yes.
Just give me a second. I'll also choose the topic. Toastmasters Neha. If you are the smartest in a room, you are in the wrong room. If you are the smartest in a room, you are in the wrong room. Toastmasters Neha.
I totally agree with the topic today, that because I do not want to be the smartest in the room. The only reason being that the moment I start thinking of myself as the smartest, I stop learning. And from the time that I stop learning, that's the end of everything. I think that is where the end of the world is. The reason for that being that when you do not learn, you are not feeling inspired. There's nothing else to look forward to, and you're pretty conceited, thinking that whatever you know is the best, and will have to make do with that limited knowledge. But to expand your knowledge base, it's always important to be grounded, be humble. It's not, when I say humble, it does not mean that you have to be self-deprecatory all the time, but it's still important to keep a certain mindset which allows you to take lessons from others, pick things from others. And that does not also go to say that you cannot be confident. You're definitely confident, but you always have this mindset that you can learn from others. And I think that's one of the best ways to learn, to do anything which you've not done before. So to push yourself forth and to challenge yourself and take the gauntlet, I think it's important to not feel that you know everything, because that's not possible for one person to know everything that's offered. It takes a lifetime to learn things, and learning can never stop. So I definitely resonate with this idea that I cannot be the smartest person. And the moment I start thinking that, I put an end to everything there and then. And I hope that I will have a progressive mindset and not stop at that, because I do not want to stop ever. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much for that speech, Toastmaster Sneha. Like, you could speak like a veteran Toastmaster. I could understand why you do not want to be the smartest in a room. Like, you could be smart, but you should be grounded and all morals and everything. That was such a wonderful speech. You can be the smartest in a room if you are a teacher. Other than that, you can't be the smartest. Because okay, so thank you so much for that speech. Maybe I have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Sneha for such a wonderful speech. Now, does anyone else want to volunteer, or I will do something which is okay. Okay, so this usually does not happen in a meeting, but since it's a marathon, I am doing something which is not.
Sorry for interruption.
Yeah, sure.
We can call guest Maharshi.
Guest Maharshi, are you there right now? Can you switch on your video? Okay, where is guest Maharshi? Okay, guest Maharshi. Behind a successful man is his hard work. Behind a successful man is his hard work. Guest Maharshi. Am I audible? Yeah. Maharshi, are we audible to you? Hello, are we audible? We can't hear you.
It seems his audio is not connected.
See, there must be a button down like near the phone if you're using a phone, which says dial in. Click on that, it'll show like, okay, I think he's now dialed in. Okay, he's muted himself. Okay, should we wait for him or let's continue? Toastmaster Shrishti?
We should continue.
We'll continue. Okay. So then I'll go with the unprecedented usual thing, which is I'll be calling the general evaluator to the podium as a table topic speaker. So the general evaluator, you may unmute yourself.
Okay, so Toastmaster Ronak, this is a challenge for me and I'm ready for it. Yeah.
Oh, great, great, great. Like having the general evaluator speak. Okay. Beauty, Toastmaster Dev, beauty is skin deep, but love lasts forever. Beauty is skin deep, but love lasts forever. Toastmaster Dev.
Well, it is said that love is always everlasting. In the story of Romeo and Juliet, we come to know that love is also eternal. And beauty is always in the face, in our body, and cannot be expressed since it is only physical. We can only see beauty in our photographs when we click very good selfies. But love is something that we have very deep within us. What we have feelings for other people's. Well, I love my mom and dad, and they do love me a lot. They don't go by my color. They don't go by my physical appearance or anything. And same here, I don't go by their color or their physical appearance. Since I was born from my mother, so I love her. Same goes to my sister and all the family members that I have. And if you have your partner, you do not love that partner, seeing the beauty that the partner has. You see the love, the feelings, the respect, or the other things that determines the perfect love story. So with that, I would like to ask Toastmaster Ronak, what is the definition of your love? Differentiate between love and beauty. Over to you.
Thank you so much for that question, Toastmaster Dev, and a wonderful take on the topic, like how emotion matters, but not beauty, and how we connect to people. Well, to me, love has no definition. Like, we don't have a definition for love. Whoever says they have a definition, I don't know, but I don't have a definition for love. For me, love can be for anyone, anywhere. So let's not go into it. Now we end this Table Topics Marathon. Now, I hope every one of us here enjoyed the session. I tried as much as I could. So I hope you all spoke really well. Now I just want one huge round of applause to all the guests who came to the stage and spoke, at least, because taking the table topics as a guest is a huge, huge thing, because when I attended as a guest, I didn't speak for at least 4 sessions. Now, many people will not believe this, but I actually did not speak for 4 sessions because I was really, really afraid to go on the stage. And now I'm on the opposite side, so I can understand your problems. So a huge round of applause for all the guests and all the participants of the table topic session. So now let's begin the evaluation section. And to conduct that session and take the meeting forward, let me invite you to invite Toastmaster Dev back on the stage with his report and all the evaluations that he's prepared for since the meeting. Please welcome Toastmaster Dev with a huge round of applause.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ronak, for that engaging session with all of us. Well, you did my job easy with evaluating each and every speaker after they completed their speech. So thank you on that part. But taking it forward, I'll start with the table topic speakers first. Generally, we take the role players report first, but I'll start off with the table topic speakers evaluation first, since it is the primary objective today. And then later on, I'll come to the report of the role players. So starting off with the table topic speakers, the first speaker was Toastmaster Surya. your topic was a man's worst fear is his wife with the credit card. So your introduction was about the credit card itself, which was the perfect point of starting right at the start, since you were bang on the topic. And your body was explaining about how your wife use your credit card and how you have the fear. But I feel that you started when the green card was displayed on the screen and your conclusion was also missing. So you could have further went on to say that why is it a fear about explaining your wife about the credit cards and why the wife uses the credit card and why is it a fear for you? So that could have been a part of your speech as well, since you had a personal story and you had engagement as well. So if you could have added some more aspects to it, it would have been a wonderful take, Toastmaster Surya. But all in all, it was an amazing take, Toastmaster Surya.
This meeting is getting recorded.
No issues. We know your fear, but this meeting will definitely not be shared with your wife if she is not a Toastmaster. So with that, a wonderful take, Toastmaster Surya. Moving on to the next speaker, Toastmaster Mubin. Your topic was, to woo a girl, you need to woo the best friend. So again, as Toastmaster Ronak said, you opposed the topic, which was a perfect intro. So I just wanted to have the justification of that topic. Since you told us about networking, if you network, then you take a long route with your friend in approaching your friend. So how networking connects with approaching your girl directly? If you are networking, then you are approaching a mass and you are not approaching a girl. And if you are networking, you are again taking a long route. So you started, you opposed the topic, then you favored the topic. So that was something that I didn't resonate well with. So this could have been avoided, Toastmaster Mubin, but all in all, it was an amazing try and it was an amazing start, I would say, Toastmaster Mubin. So the next speaker was guest Mohammad Javed. Your topic was, first impression is not the last impression. So you were again perfect with your start. You took an example of how Toastmasters will help you in this, like how the first impression in Toastmasters does not know about your character as a whole. So that was a good take and you justified the topic. And as a guest, trust me, it is not at all easy to come up on the podium and give a table topic, since I have experienced it myself. So moving on to our next speaker, Toastmaster Ishika. A price tag is only for those who can't see its worth. Toastmaster Ishika, you started with a question. You had audience engagement right at the start. You had such a beautifully articulated introduction, had a personal story, and then you opposed the topic. So the introduction itself had three aspects. That is the question, the opposition of the topic, like you opposed the topic, and then justifying it in the body. And you told us about the worth of the product and also connected it with persons, that is the individuals. So you had a great conclusion as well. So the flow and the structure of the table topic speech that Toastmaster Ishika gave, we have a lot to learn from that. And you did a splendid job, Toastmaster Ishika, in this regard. Moving on to the next table topic speaker, Toastmaster Saurav. If a door closes, get in through the window. So Toastmaster Saurav, the topic completely revolved around the personal story that you had. And the best part was your take at the end. That is, you told the topic and reveal at the end. Generally, what we do is that if you get a topic, if a door closes, get in through the window. I start with the topic. Or generally, we start with the topic. If a door closes, get in through the window. I do this and that, and then we go on with the topic. But you kept it a suspense for the audience. You justified the topic first, and at the conclusion, you told us about the topic as a summary. If a door closes, then get in through the window. So this is what I will take from your table topic and what I learned from you in your take as a table topic speaker. A splendid job again done, Toastmasters. Next on, we had guest Monal. Money cannot give you happiness. So you had an intro. You told us about how comfort resonates with money. And the best part was that if you are comfortable with money, but have a bad news, then you can get devastated. But I'll tell you how you can improve your table topic a little bit more, guest Monal. You could give an example. For example, I was enjoying a party and then I got a bad news about I was failed in my examination. So I had money and I was comfortable in that position, but that news destroyed my comfort. And that news also did not justify my happiness that I was enjoying. So you could have connected it with an example. But all in all, since you are a guest, you will improve as you join Toastmasters gradually, and you will also have a personal story in that as you join Toastmasters. An amazing guest, Monal. This was just a point of recommendation that I gave you, but all in all, it was an amazing structure and an amazing table topic speech, guest Monal. So next upon, we had Toastmaster Shrishti. Clear the mystery. Again, it's a rhyming. Clear the mystery. What does a woman want in a man except chemistry? Toastmaster Shrishti. So you had a tricky topic and you tried very well, Toastmaster Shrishti, and you had a good connection with love. But as Ronak told you that you could have continued with the topic. And one more thing that I would like to recommend you, Toastmaster Shrishti, is that you could have taken a 5 to 7 seconds pause. You know, when we participate in a table topic contest, it's written over there that the first verbal or non-verbal movement of your hand or your voice is when the timer starts the card. So the 5 to 7 seconds pause helps you to articulate your thoughts. Now, that doesn't mean that you can take your entire time, that is 10 to 15 seconds. You could have taken the 5 to 7 seconds to articulate your thought around love, around the mystery that a woman creates. So that is what I would recommend you. But it was a little complicated topic and you managed it very well in the start. But again, you could have continued. All in all, it was a good try, Toastmaster Shrishti. Moving on to Toastmaster Siddharth. Where there's a will, there are relatives. Now, you had a generalized story which had a personalized feel into it, because it is a story of everyone, each and every person that you told us about your board examination. Now, since you are a veteran now, I would say, so you could have a message that could have carved out from your speech. Since it was generalized, you had the opportunity to engage the audience with a question as well. And the summary, because you repeated MBA 2 to 3 times, the summary was a thing that was missing, since the red card was displayed right at it. So this was a point that you could keep in mind, Toastmaster Siddharth. But again, you had a generalized, personalized take, I would say. So amazing take, Toastmaster Siddharth. Next on, we had Toastmaster Dibendu. Sweat and tears don't count, only victory does. So you started with a quote which was amazing, which was an ideal start after taking a 5 seconds break, as I already told. But you had a good flow of pain, Toastmaster Dibendu. You had the opportunity to connect it with sweat and tears, as pain is symbolic to sweat and tears. It could have connected with directly, had a direct link to it. And then you could have connected it with victory. Since there was a link going around with this topic, you could have just continued with it and you could have got the direct link on this topic with sweat and tears and the pain that you told in your book. But all in all, it was an amazing take, amazing try, Toastmaster Dibendu. Moving on to the next speaker, that is Toastmaster Sneha. If you are the smartest in the room, you are in the wrong room. So right bang in the topic, you connected the topic with learning. That was what I was looking from this topic. If we are the smartest in the room, then obviously we are in the wrong room, because the room for learning gets diminished or completely shattered, because we feel ourselves way more powerful than others. So you were right on the topic. You told us about all the aspects that you felt in this particular topic. And the summary was also perfect, as you wrapped it off with all the points that you have had, and also told us about the topic right at the end, about why you are in the wrong way. So very well done, Toastmaster Sneha, in this regard. It was an amazing take, Toastmaster Sneha.